I had to admit it. I like to be right. I really, 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 really like to be right. If I'm having a discussion with my husband, Doug, right, and he has one version of something and I have another answer, he finally will just say, "You're right, Melissa. You're always right." I love to hear that from him. About 33 years ago, we found out we were going to be first-time parents, and we were very excited. We were actually living in Key West, Florida at the time, and that was lovely, right? I'm thinking water aerobics and a warm pool with blue skies and swaying palm trees and Jimmy Buffett in the background. It was magical. We had also found this great midwife. She had a great team. It was always warm and fuzzy with her. It was so kumbaya-ish. It was all magical. And though our families were living pretty far away at that time, they were all lined up to come visit us after the baby was born so that we would be there then. So I wasn't really too worried. And we also didn't want to know what the sex of the baby was, right? No exploding pink and blue confetti for us. We wanted to be surprised. But throughout my pregnancy, people would come up, women, mothers, grandmothers, you name it, and say, yeah, you're carrying a boy. I can tell, without a doubt, you are carrying a boy. So anyways, let's fast forward to July 9th, 1988, and my contractions start. Now, it's been a no drama pregnancy. I just want to let you know there's no gore here, folks. It's all clean. It's all good at the end, but just stick with me. So this no drama pregnancy, but the contractions have started. And I called the midwife, and she says, you know, this baby is in no hurry whatsoever. So why don't you just take a warm shower, have a glass of wine, have a bite to eat. And so I comply. I always comply when people tell me to have a glass of wine. Right, we end up at the hospital and everything is according to plan. Actually, the place is near empty, but it's going according to plan. It's all good. And we get to that moment when the midwife says, "Okay, mom, just give us one last push." And then, now I just want you to stop right there. Just freeze for a hot moment, okay? Well, I just want you to take in this tableau of what I'm seeing, what I'm experiencing down there at the end of the bed. Okay, so there are 3 adults down there between my legs, right? And that's kind of unusual for me. I have to admit, that's not the way it usually goes around here. But there's 3 adults down there, and there's also this baby who's being held aloft, okay, like baby Simba. So we'll call this baby Simba, right? So one of those adults is my husband, who most recently has been sitting by my side, holding my hand, mopping my brow, and telling me, "You're doing a great job, honey. Keep it up. What a trooper." Well, he's now beelined it down between my legs where all the action is. There's also this very exasperated looking nurse down there too. She has spent the last, 4 or 5 hours asking me to stop screaming and to breathe, which I have not complied with. And then there's the midwife who's holding baby Simba up there so triumphantly. She's got this triumphant look on her face and she's thinking, another safe, healthy birth with no drugs. Well done, midwives. Okay, next time I'm gonna have drugs. I'm not gonna burst her bubble, but next time there will be drugs. But then there's baby Simba being held there, right? And there's this baby with the little eyes all squished shut, arms out like this, all the fingers, there's 10 of them, they're all skew. And she's this baby's looking beautiful, right? And there I am on the other end of the bed looking into the sight that I've just described to you. I'm exhausted for sure. And yeah, as a matter of fact, this past month in July in Key West, it's been really hot and humid. And I've been carrying around another extra 40 pounds with me, okay? I am tired of Jimmy Buffett. I am tired of this. Also, the last 3 weeks, hang on, not 3 weeks, that would be awful. The last 3 nights, I have been walking around our apartment back and forth while I have what they call false labor or false contractions. It's like the real deal without a baby to have at the end, right? And my husband's been sleeping through all this. I've also been spending 5 hours up and down the hospital hallways. I'm exhausted. But in all that exhaustion, all that delirium, I look up at that baby and I say, "Oh my God, what a beautiful baby boy." And truly, truly is. He's gorgeous. I have to kind of admit, he's really good looking despite all that slime, the slime, the alien slime that are all over baby. But I have to also admit, he's well out. He's going to make someone very happy someday. And I'm kind of lying there patting myself on the back like, well done me, right? And all of a sudden, those other adults at the end of the bed, they kind of freeze. And the nurse looks at the midwife, and the midwife looks at my husband. They all look at the baby, they look at me, and then as if on cue, they all say, "Melissa, that's a girl." I pause. "You sure? Because I'm always right." And I know I'm exhausted. And I think you know, I know I'm exhausted. I know I'm a new mom, but I started thinking about those classes we took. And in those classes, the birthing classes, they tell you all sorts of things up to that breathing part, but they never quite get beyond that. I think they're too worried they're going to scare the crap out of new moms, right? Well, I'm not doing that. No way, no way. So I think they never get past that breathing part. So apparently, no one ever told me about that whole umbilical cord part, right? So my little baby Simba is actually a baby Nala with this ginormous umbilical cord between her legs, not what I was thinking, not some Chippendale, star. So I was exhausted. I can't blame those women who kept telling me it was going to be a boy. I just, without a doubt, have to tell you I was wrong. Just don't tell my husband I said that, okay?